Hello everybody. Today I decided to visit an Infiniti dealership and I got my good old town car right there. And the problem I'm seeing here is that the Infiniti, just as a brand, might actually be dying. Because look at this. Yeah, there are some Infinitis here and there. There's a few SUVs right there. But look how many Lexus RX they have. At first I thought, well, maybe it's just like a staging area. Maybe there's a Lexus dealership somewhere else. But no, it says Gregory Infiniti on it. Look, oh, I got my son with me today. I had nothing to do, so you might hear a little background noise, but he's enjoying himself, just pulling on all the door handles. We actually found a few that are unlocked. But at the same time, I don't understand. So I can imagine that this brand, you know, Greg. Yeah, you see, he found one that. Oh God, oh that's not good. Oops. Sorry about that, Lexus. So, yeah, he's there enjoying, having a time of his life. Just want to make sure he doesn't lock himself. And yeah, anyway, so I guess this is kind of my shopping video. But I came here for Infiniti. I came here for that logo, and all I'm seeing is this logo. See, here's another one. So, don't really know much as far as what they're planning to do, but here's a 2016 Lexus IS 300. I mean, it's nice, but at the same time, it's at the wrong store. It lost its way. Plus, it looked kind of cheap on the inside. I used to love the old IS gauges, where it looked like a fine watch. But these right here, these are pretty generic looking these days, with their spindle grille, which only gets bigger from year to year. But once again, I'm digressing. I'm actually on the lookout for some Infinitis. And I can't find any, with the exception of, you know, there's a couple. There's one over there, one over there. There's a couple of them here. But yeah, so as we all know, Lexus is Toyota's finer brand. We have Infiniti as the Nissans finer brand. But at the same time, I have a feeling that Infiniti may not be long for this earth, because they're just not cranking out quality cars, or they're not distinctive enough. Well, I guess there are some Infinitis right there, but they're all SUVs, like crossover types. All right, let's see what else I could find. All right, so after walking around some, we found this Infiniti Q50 all-wheel drive. It's their demo car. And let's see, what do we have here? So what would make me buy this over, let's say, an Altima? Let's take a look. Well, we got heated seats, okay. We have the whole dual screen setup, but that's nothing new. We have a sunroof, although a pretty standard size. And I'm guessing that this is similar to an Altima, probably not a Maxima, because the legroom is not that good. You see, I got my wingman right here. Well, you got a nice little detail right here, but at the same time, like, I don't see much luxury here. Oh, here, there's a window sticker. So this car, so it's a Q50 3.0T Lux all-wheel drive, 46,440. So it's got a bunch of options here. It's got this essential package. So the base price is $48. Yeah, my son got stuck. So basically, you know, it does have some luxury touches here and there. But overall, like, this brushed aluminum trim is nice. These little chrome little bits and pieces, and automatic windows are good, I guess. I'm surprised it doesn't have paddle shifters. That's weird. But in general, like, I don't feel like this is something of a quality, at least not anything that's above an Ultima or a Maxima, but I'm pretty sure that this is an Ultima territory. Like, you know, this headliner still, it's nothing here speaks on the quality of this being, you know, a cut above. Now, this whole dual screen setup, it's also, a lot of the Nissans have that, I think, at this point. All right, kit comes separately. You have pretty harsh seats. I know it's the whole, you know, trying to be the sporty type, but the back, not a lot of room. Oh, I know. I guess the one thing that you do have, it's a little bit of a detail right there. That's what you get. So yeah, not impressed. So here we are. We are at their back lot, and the whole thing continues. Look, we found an unlocked Subaru Outback and some more Lexus. We're going to check out that Expedition. But I'm just amazed how many cars that are not Infiniti at this Infiniti parking, this Infiniti store. And honestly, I'm inside this Outback. Well, we're inside this Outback. And I almost feel like this Outback is nicer than that Infiniti. With with all of its little wood paneling right here. You got a little satin, black piano, although I'm not a big fan because of all the fingerprints. But in general, like, this looks nice. Like, you know, this has a nice sunroof as well. Just the standard size. Sorry, my kid is going beast mode. But even like this little wood paneling is nice. You have these gauges that are fine looking. You got a display. The steering wheel looks pretty good. It's also an all-wheel drive. Also, this particular one got heated steering wheel. So, nice brown. It's a little softer, I think, than on that Infiniti. So what I'm trying to drive the point across is that I think Infiniti is dying. Because if you look around, and we're going to check out that back lot, but in general, when a brand tries to distinguish itself by offering cars that are other than its own brand, that's not a good sign. Also, look, you have the laser guided cruise control, which, once again, it's a nice luxury feature, but it looks like it's got a remote start. It's got that fancy eyesight. So, all right, well, we're going to try and find at least one more Infiniti to critique. All right, so here we go. We found an Infiniti QX50 that's brand new. You know how they say still in the wrapper? It's literally still in the wrapper. See that? And this car with sticker 445235. It's a 21 Infiniti QX50 Lux, probably. Well, let's take a look. So this is like their newest. And it's obviously based on a Nissan platform. I'll have to look up what exactly serves as the donor car, but I can't say that they're not attractive vehicles. Although at the same time, these plates are getting ridiculous. I don't think it has any cameras built in, so there's no particular reason why it should be this large, other than the fact that it wants to. So, oh, look, they got the wheels covered, they got everything. Oh man, I really want to peel this off, but I want to limit myself. So they got some sort of markings here. Let's see, where does these things made? Look at this. Engine is Japan, transmission is Mexico. US Canada content 10%. Do not remove label. So first of all, let's check in the back. Let's see, what do we got? Oh wow, look, I didn't even realize all these little cutouts here for all this stuff. Oh, nice satin. Really harsh leather. I am amazed that it's that harsh. Not a ton of room. I mean, it's got some decent room, but not a ton. All right, let me check in the front. So jumping inside, let's see, what do we have? These are all the same. I guess they're switching to these tiny little controllers here. Ooh, I can recognize this as probably from Mercedes. And I think the battery's dead or disconnected. Look, you probably have different steering inputs, fog lights, but I almost want to say that this is from a Mercedes. And the noise you're hearing, that's my kid in the back. Blank switches, not cool. So here you have paddle shifters. You still don't have the old digital gauges, but maybe it's on a more upscale cars. You have this, I guess this is like all your park assist stuff. I'm thinking. So here we go again. We got the dual screen technology. I think that this is probably also kind of sort of stolen from a Mercedes. This little dinky shift. Oh God, what the hell is that? Huh. There you go. I don't know, guys. I guess this little stitching here helps. And once again, not impressed, although this one does have a giant panoramic sunroof. So, well, the battery's dead, so, although this works for whatever reason. All right, well, if this is the way that they're gonna go, then I don't think that leaves a whole lot of hope for the sedan, for your good old-fashioned sedan. What happened to their Q something series? I remember they had a pretty large sedan that was kind of interesting. Maybe I'll post a picture if I find it. But these things, oh, and here you go. You know, we got one Infiniti, you got a Dodge Ram, you have a Toyota, you have Hondas, Volkswagens. Well, there's another Infiniti like that, but well, maybe we'll go check out that row right there next. All right, so it does look like all of their Infiniti stock is kind of back here versus up front, but that makes zero sense. If you're an Infiniti dealership, wouldn't you want your Infinitis to be up front? And if for whatever reason you end up selling a lot more used Lexuses, wouldn't that want to be in the back, you know, or nearby, or split 50-50 or something like that? Because even here, you know, you have way more Lexus than you do have Infiniti. So I think that's kind of a sign of their times, that although they are obviously in the business of selling cars, but it's almost like they're embarrassed to be selling these things. You know, you have, I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a dealership, you know, that's related to a particular brand that's ashamed of their own cars. You know, there is one older Infiniti right there, which I do want to check before checking out of this place, but man, you know, I don't get it. Here's a GX460, also by Lexus. Well, let's look inside to see what's going on. Yep, and my son already found his way inside here. Oh, no, that's what I'm talking about. You got a nice wood steering wheel, top and bottom. So this is old school style. It's a GX, so it's you know, designed, it's like a Land Cruiser, I guess. Or maybe I'm wrong, I'll have to check it out. Yeah, blank switches here too, don't know why. Oh, you have the headlight washers, nice. Nice little wood panel. The smell inside here is nice too. But you don't have panoramic stuff. You have the normal. You have, what do you have? You have conversation mirror. I could never understand this little shifter thing with the wood. Why is the wood in the back and not in the front? I don't really know. Oh, cup holders. Nice design. Have all these suspension controls. But man, that's got to be the biggest blank switch that ever existed right up here. So you do have heated and cold seats with this old scrolly pulley type of deal, but everything is nicely built, nicely weighted. You have this works. Key not detected. Okay. Oh, I guess the display is kind of showing its age. Let's turn that off. The headliner is also nice, much softer. Although no leather or wood here. Oh, did these fold? Power folding mirrors? Alright, well, yeah, a lot of room in the back. Nice soft leather. That's what I love about these things, nice and soft. So yeah, like I said, this is a much nicer car to be in versus, I think, any of these Infinitis. So, all right, well, like I said, this is a weird video for a lot of different reasons. But at the same time, you know, my style of filming involves coming to a dealership on a Sunday and seeing what they have. And the fact that I have Junior with me has nothing to do with my style. It's still the same thing. Although, if I do get hassled by whatever would-be security person, I guess it would be a lot more disarming to that person, to that security guy. You know, if I have a 4.5-year-old with me. So I just, once again, I just jumped inside. I don't even know what these things are. You see, I'm embarrassed because I don't know cars anymore. What is this? Oh, QX60, okay. Because to me, like, they're all the same. 50, 60, 80, 90, 40. They're all the same. But I guess I do like some of the little details that you probably won't find in a Nissan equivalent, which is probably, what, a Murano? You know, like the piping right here. You have the little waves. This little satin with a weird type of wood pattern. A little, you know, embossed, or however you want to call it, symbol there. Some stitching, but at the same time it all looks very basic, and given the price, like, I think I would just go, well, I probably wouldn't go for the Nissan. I'm not a big fan of Nissans in general, but yeah, I don't know, like, it's not a lot of room back there, so it's a three row. Oh, this is not easy to do with one hand. All right, I'm gonna have to let this one go, but nice. Yeah, so this combination, you know, the cost and the quality you get, and I don't know how well the Infiniti brand kind of establishes itself now, but holy crap, for 53 grand, whatever this Lux means, still, I don't think it's worth it. Oh, I guess the only other two things that I want to film here before we take off, well, maybe three. First of all, somebody throw away that old school TV that's kind of peeking out of there. But then you come to weird stuff like this QX30. That's, I know it's a ripoff of a Mercedes. And first of all, it's really low. It's up to my shoulder. And trust me, I'm not that tall. I'm 5'11". So first of all, it's very low slung. You know, I think actually this TV might be more interesting. When was the last time you saw a TV like this? It's been a while for me. So yeah, very kind of low car. I know it's considered a crossover, but it might as well be just a taller sedan. And I know that this was their collaboration with Mercedes, so you can see a lot of bits and pieces of a Mercedes, and not the newer kind either. So you have these, you know, pulley things. You have all your standard controls, although this one is nice. But I like how on a Mercedes, this would control your headrest, but here they just made it so you can't really see much. Don't really know what the hell this is. No, I don't want to know what this is. So look, they got the Mercedes style shifter. You got from an older Mercedes type of rotary controls. You have the blank switches that are very famous on a Mercedes. You do get the heated seats. This, I guess, is more of a Nissan type of deal. Stitching, although it is real, but the material is probably not. Yep, you have gauges from a Mercedes. Steering wheel from a Nissan, although the buttons here are from a Mercedes. Same thing goes there. These, I'm not sure. The button is from a Mercedes, and it comes out just like on a Mercedes. So the key must be from an older style. I know I keep saying Mercedes, Mercedes. This, I am guessing, is... Yeah, I know Dodge Chrysler stole this design. Now Nissan Infiniti steals this design. Seats are hard, just like in a Mercedes. Rear, pretty cramped. Here, I'm not sure. All right, we keep dropping the button. All right, I'll find and fix it. So, all right. So once again, not very distinctive. And then the last thing I wanted to show you is right behind here. And honestly, this is probably the coolest car out of this entire lot. This older style i35. And the reason for that is because back then, when these cars were made, like, this meant luxury. Like, you see that wood panel inside? and on the shifter, like that was the representation of luxury. Now it is unfortunately locked, and it might look like it's somebody else's car. But, you know, yes, this was built on the same platform as Maxima, but at the same time, at that moment of when this car was produced, which I'll have to look up. Oh, look at this. Got the older style center caps. All right, see, my son found another one that's unlocked. But the stuff like this, you know, I'm not saying they did very well with these cars, but at least at the time, these were passable for luxury cars. And I think this, whoever is the owner, I think they did add a little extra wood. I don't think this wood on the vents and like on the dash should be there, but I know the stuff in the center is probably original. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like back then, you used to put heated seats. That's a luxury, because not every Ultima / Maxima had one. The wood on the shifter, by far not a lot of cars had it then. The wheel design was more elegant. So once again, so I'm not saying that this is an awesome car. I'm not. But at least, you know, for stuff like automatic climate control, could have been considered a luxury. The clock in the dash, which this one does have, considered a luxury. And then whatever little tweaks and bits and pieces that they did back then, you know, it sold. And it was distinctive enough. All of this stuff, I don't know. So if Infiniti survives for another decade or so, I mean, I don't object to the brand, but just the way things are looking, this is the first visit to an Infiniti dealership. And like I said, when you see more Lexuses on the lot than the actual Infiniti, and the few Infiniti that you do see, you're not really impressed with, I guess what's left? Well, simply to shop elsewhere. All right, everybody. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.